Alright everybody, welcome to this little quick stream regarding the winter storm that is moving through much of the area right now. Hopefully you're either watching on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Just to give a little bit of an update, the snow is coming to an end and it is not going to last much longer, so we're going to get into all of that. Let's just start it up right now. Here's the current radar from the latest radar data that has come in. Right now, you can kind of see that the snow is officially beginning to end across western Michigan. Parts of Grand Rapids are probably in the clear right now. Kalamazoo is coming to an end. Southern St. Joe County is probably going to be out of the snow in about an hour or two. There will be lake effect snow continuing in parts of Gary, Indiana. Northwestern Indiana is going to likely see continuing snowfall as a result of lake effect with that north wind that's really going through the area. Right here in this pink, you see a wintry mix going down all the way through Dayton, Columbus, parts of Cedarville, things like that. So that's going to change over to snow. Not really much snow down there to expect, maybe an inch or two. Not really anything that's worth noting. After that rain, though, it's probably something worth noting because everyone around this area has gotten quite a bit of rain as well. But there will be some snow moving through western Ohio, northern Ohio over the next couple of hours. It will be heavy at times, but it will be brief. The real snow event happened up here in eastern Michigan, southwestern Michigan, and it's all beginning to move out. If we zoom out and get the scope of this entire storm system, this storm actually dropped a couple of tornadoes in Alabama earlier today. It's all part of this really well-defined cold front that's moving across the area, and it's going to continue to push eastward as we move on through. So this storm is beginning to move out, and it's moving into Canada, and all that really we're going to be dealing with on the backside of it is colder temperatures, perhaps some wind. So just some stuff to bundle up for and brace yourself for. Plus, in addition to that, the roads are probably still not going to be pretty as we get into tomorrow morning. Here's why. So we got this nice north wind coming in. That's going to also bring colder temperatures along with it. Those temperatures are going to drop down into the teens overnight tonight, probably getting down to like close to 10 degrees. Salt typically works best if it's above 13 degrees, and we are going to be getting below that. So the salt's not going to be operating super strongly out there that the plows are going to have to use. So there's all kinds of different things. Tornadoes do not stop during the winter. They occur, actually, this is the prime season for tornadoes that's beginning in the Dixie Alley region, parts of Alabama, Mississippi. So these places down here, down to the south, do often see tornadoes around this time of year, especially once we get into the spring. March and April are really more prime time for tornadoes in that area, but we're getting actually an early start to their severe weather season down south in that region. So some places are still likely to see severe weather. Severe weather occurs any time of year, but usually down in the south where it's more hot and humid and primed for that. But the winter weather still we're dealing with up in the Great Lakes region may actually continue for a little while. So there's going to be some stuff to pay attention to in regards to the upcoming different things that with this winter season. All right, so I just want to show you the radar. This is going to move out pretty soon, and roads still aren't going to be super good in the morning. You're just going to have to take it easy if you're traveling on the roads. Snow covered is likely. Snow drifting is going to be possible as well. So I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if we see some school closings, especially in the southeastern part of Michigan and the northeastern part of Indiana, and really just those areas are going to possibly see a couple closings over the next several hours. So, and pretty strong storm that rolled through, dumped quite a bit of snow. I'm going to go take a measurement once the snow moves out of my area with a ruler. You can do that as well. Just take a ruler, stick it in the ground, take a picture of it, send it in, and it can count as a report for the National Weather Service. So let's close this out and move into the new models. These are the newer models. The newest models that have come out. I haven't actually checked these just yet, and it looks like they are foreshadowing a couple more winter weather events throughout the remainder of the month that I kind of want to look at. So GFS model is what I like to start with. So we're going to take a look at these. I'm not going to go too far long range, but let's see if we can pull this forward a little bit. All right, so on Saturday early morning, we're going to have a little bit of a clipper system, bring a couple extra inches of snow. On the backside of that, some lake effect snow could also occur. Not too much in accumulations. I don't think we're going to get more than 2 inches from that clipper system. And then really it's going to be kind of a moderate temperature gradient. We're going to have about 30s and 40s in parts of southern Michigan, Indiana, Ohio. Northern Michigan's probably going to be colder, but nothing too significant in terms of weather. But I do want to pay attention to Tuesday, because Tuesday we're monitoring the potential for another system to go through, and it looks like it's going to head off to the northern part of Michigan right now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that with the ice and the wintry mix. That's going to come on Tuesday morning. So we're going to have to watch for either whether this forecast goes north or south. That's the next thing we're keeping an eye on. Tuesday into Wednesday could have a prolonged snow event, especially if you live in northern parts of Michigan. And then even some thunderstorms on into Kentucky, southern Indiana. More thunderstorms to be dealing with. And that's going to be an interesting storm, because it looks like it's going to be a series of low pressure systems. And then as we go farther out into the long range, maybe another winter storm that could be impacting Ohio, parts of Indiana, Ohio, especially Cedarville. Looks like getting some snow and ice from there. So we are not out of the woods with this winter. This winter looks like it's going to be quite persistent through the end of February, maybe even into the beginning of March. There's quite a few systems that we could see bringing a few impacts to the area. But again, now we're getting out into the long range, so the models don't get as trustworthy as we go farther out. So that's these other few storms we want to keep an eye on. But overall, the message I want to bring out from this is that this snow system is about to end. We're going to be past it. The Great Lakes region is going to be past it pretty soon, and it's going to move off to the east out towards New England. So we're not going to have much concern with those storm systems, with this storm system as it moves out over the next couple of hours. So that's really the main message I want to get out. So be safe traveling on the roads tomorrow. The roads are still not going to be great, and it's going to be quite cold, so salt won't work as well. So it's going to be slick travel. So be safe on that in that regard, and I'll keep an eye on those next storms that are coming potentially on Tuesday. Well, Saturday, the Clipper system that's not going to bring much snow, and then also on Tuesday, where depending on what the model says, we could have another winter storm in our hands Tuesday into Wednesday. So I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll probably publish a video as we get closer to that day. But for now, just stay safe, stay warm, and enjoy the snow.